So the majority of people who watched Hazbin Hotel are kind of split between it either being amazing or just subpar, with most people just agreeing on the fact that the music is good. Plenty of people, mostly longtime fans, thoroughly enjoyed the show and didn't really see anything wrong with it, while other people pointed out a variety of animation errors, character issues, and other problems that dampened their enjoyment of the show. So, which one is actually correct? Personally, I enjoyed Helluva Boss more, but I still thoroughly enjoyed Hazbin Hotel. I was just going into it to have a fun time, and the animation was great, and the songs were great, and I don't even really like musicals, but it was very good. All the songs fit very well, but I also think that the pacing was a massive problem for a lot of people, and I feel like for a lot of people that's the one thing that was really unforgivable, even more so than some of the characters being underdeveloped, because a lot of those problems come back to the issues with pacing. The majority of the problems, other than stuff like animation errors, can be pinned on the fact that the story was very rushed. And I feel like their story that they wanted to tell was not possible to tell in an 8-episode season, which each episode only having 20 minutes. I feel like they needed to really pare everything down and not have as much content to make it actually work. Of course, I respect the story that they were trying to tell, and it was a good story, but it really needed more time to, marinate, and 8 episodes just was not enough, and the issues, because of that, are glaringly obvious. Of course, not all the issues with the show can simply be chalked up to it just needed more time, but a lot of them can. I feel like even people who had problems with the pacing and other issues with the show did enjoy it. To me, whenever there is messed up pacing in a show, that's not even the biggest problem. The problem that suffers the most is the lack of the development for the characters, which is a massive problem in the show, is that you don't get enough time with all of these characters that many people have grown to love over the years, and so some people were very disappointed, especially with the rush pace that makes it hard for some people to get invested in a show when you only have 8 episodes to grow to actually care about this show and these characters. But I do think with what time it had and what story it wanted to tell, I think it did do a good job. And of course, congratulations to Vivian Medrano, having her show go from a single pilot episode on YouTube to a full show on Prime is just an incredible accomplishment for her, and I do thoroughly enjoy Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss. We're just maybe hoping to get a longer season for next season of Hazbin Hotel, and maybe that will iron out a lot of the problems. Just a little bit tweaking here and there, and I think that both people on both sides of the argument are right. I think the show has a lot of issues, but I think that it also has a lot of good parts too, and if you go into it just trying to have a fun time, I think you will thoroughly enjoy it, maybe noticing a few issues on the side, but overall it is an enjoyable experience to watch, especially if you like music.